Am I live? Are we
You're
live?
live.
Are we live? But why can't I see the comments?
They're coming.
Okay. All right. Where are we? Okay, let's move this light bulb over here. I think I'm enough of a light bulb for today. Hold on.
You're live.
I am live?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to just give it a minute. Good morning, Corey. Good morning, Emily, Rainbow Traveling, DKJ, Patty, Leslie, Sharman, Marika, Amarani, Anna, Sarah, Aija. Well, thanks, Kat. Apparently, people have problems with my jacket, and I think I'm just going to wear it all day just to piss them off, or so that they can at least hear me approaching. But good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Quick side note. I feel like I'm about to throw up all morning. It's not morning sickness. We're definitely not pregnant. But I just want you guys to know that I've been feeling a little bit under the weather a little bit this morning. And so if I look a little pale, or it's because, let's just say, my stomach has not been working with me today. But good morning. Regardless, I'm very excited to be here. Hello from Durham, North Carolina. Hello from Ireland. I love my Irish nerds. The jacket is fire. Thank you. I bought this. My husband thought I looked like a trash bag. I thought I looked great. So how you look is all in the eye of the beholder. So that doesn't matter. But I'm so excited to have you guys here. I'm going to give it we're 1 minute 26 in. I'm going to wait till we're on for like 3 minutes before we start talking about the launch for today, because it's a special launch. The launch today is purely driven by you guys and what you guys have asked for. And so I want to really approach it from that angle because it is truly a community project that, has been something that you guys have been asking for in the comments, in the DMs, etc. If it doesn't piss someone off, then you're not doing it right. I agree. I completely agree. I think if you're not pissing anyone off, then you're doing it all wrong, because someone's always going to have some sort of opinion. And if everyone's in agreement with you, then you're probably vanilla. So yeah, always, lean into whatever it is that you're leaning into, as long as you're not hurting anyone. Got the notification from my phone. I love your products. Produce. Give me some. I studied that blurred graphic hard. It's still a mystery. Oh my God. Hello, nerds. Okay. I just got my Bluestone hat, sunshield. It's very cute. That jacket does make noise. So Dorota, I'm going to take off the jacket because it does make noise, and it's like noise in my own head. So I'm going to take the jacket off for like a hot second. And also, I'm overheating. It's like a sauna in there. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. All right. Okay, much better. So good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so now we are 3 minutes in. Ria Strada, I think we might just send you our newest launch, because you guessed it. We are launching today, and I'm sorry for how I look, the Dr. Idriss Patch It Pimple Patches. Don't pop it, patch it. And this is something that we wanted to launch because it was a community effort. And so I wanted to make sure that we do this together. So the Dr. Idriss Patch It patches are officially here. Believe it or not, as simple as they may seem to have done, they were not simple and easy to do. And despite that, I'm going to make them limited edition. So what does that mean for all of you guys? I'm going to get into the patches themselves, but I want to explain to you guys why they were not easy to do. If you guys noticed on the market, it is very, very hard to find iridescent pimple patches that can actually reflect light and glow, etc. If you know me, and one day I'll take you guys downstairs to the Dr. Idriss headquarters, I love anything that is iridescent, that has a shine, a shimmer, etc. to it. But it is really nearly impossible to make pimple patches that have this iridescent sheen to it. And for me, that's something that I've always been in love with ever since I was a kid. And so when you guys were asking for pimple patches, I wasn't just going to make any sort of like regular skin tone pimple patch. And okay, yes, you could do a lavender purple pimple patch, but I thought, can't we do something more fun? And I wanted to give the flash factor, okay? So this is exactly why I took time to make these. But why then am I making this limited edition? I'm making it a limited edition because I want to make sure that you guys love them. I want to make sure that you guys are using them and that you're seeing the difference that we've put into these. And they're not regular hydrocolloid patches. Everything I do, if you guys have not noticed, has a dual benefit. So when we're talking about a moisturizer, it's not just a moisturizer, it has vitamin C. If we're talking about your lip basting, it's not just a lip balm, it's a lip product that calms and soothes your skin. It's not just a serum that depuffs, it's a serum that depuffs and reduces the look of redness. So everything I do always has a double benefit to it. So you're never just getting one thing from a product. Now, Avisa wins. Sunscreen, I know it's complicated, but maybe by next summer. Well, maybe your dreams will come sooner. But this is not it yet. But mark your calendar for June 30th. That's all I'm going to say about sunscreen. We're not going to focus on sunscreen. But this is where we're at today. And so the pimple patches themselves are not typical hydrocolloid patches. Can I grab my phone and I'm going to show you guys something? I'm going to show you something. What's the password on this phone, Tiff?
268926. Your phone is there.
I know, but I don't have my pictures. All right. So we're going to do a little classes in session, okay? These are what hydrocolloid patches normally do. So when you're looking at a hydrocolloid patch, right? Am I on Instagram? I think I'm on Instagram. These over here are traditional hydrocolloid patches. A hydrocolloid patch is going to suck up what's in your pimple. It's going to get rid of that gunk. It's going to bring it out. And the reason that's great is because you don't want to traumatize your pimples. Everyone loves to go and to watch the stuff come out of their face. But the reality is that's going to cause further trauma. It's going to spread bacteria. It's going to increase inflammation. It's going to increase redness because of inflammation that can then turn brown, that can then leave worsening acne marks. And so the reason I am not into popping pimples, even though someone might say as a dermatologist, I'm a pimple popper, the reason I don't like popping pimples is I don't want to increase acute inflammation. So these hydrocolloid patches are traditional hydrocolloid patches that pick up that gunk minus the trauma. But what makes these different? Well, I'm glad you asked. Okay. What makes these different is that not only are they hydrocolloid patches, can you guys see my screen? I can't tell. They are loaded with Centella asiatica, azelaic acid, and panthenol. So they have actives in them that are meant to reduce the look of swelling and inflammation. And the issue with actives in patches, especially harsh actives like salicylic acid, is that once that is under occlusion, it may worsen that redness, that irritation, that inflammation, and it can actually counterintuitively lead to worsening scarring. And that's why I am not into pimple patches that have sal acid, and I've been very vocal about that. I'm not into pimple patches that have micro darts either, especially if you're more melanated, because if you have micro darts in your pimple patches and you're more melanated and you're more prone to discoloration, you're going to probably make it worse by traumatizing an already inflamed lesion. Lori, that's what happened to you. So this pimple patch is not just a hydrocolloid patch. It is a hydrocolloid patch that has soothing, calming actives in them. Azelaic acid, Centella asiatica, and panthenol in it, okay? Now, the next thing about these pimple patches are the shapes. Yes, they come in traditional round shapes that you guys are all accustomed to. It is the standard pimple patch size. But not all pimples come in a standard size, okay? Not all pimples come in a standard size. Some pimples come in hard to reach places over here where people get a lot of whiteheads. And so putting a round one is kind of like, what are we doing? We want to get into that groove, or over here into the nasal crease, or over here into this little groove. And therefore, I made these patches in different shapes and sizes. The heart was just a love letter from me to you. No pimple comes in the shape of a heart. But the cross is supposed to be easily foldable into a hard-to-reach area. The ovals are supposed to be into hard-to-reach crevices. And the round ones are to have the traditional shapes and sizes there as well. So you have your pick. And the heart literally is just a love letter. This is me saying, I love you. Whenever you have a pimple and you're feeling like you hate your life, just put on the heart and I will tell you I love you on your face, okay? But those are the reasons why you're seeing these shapes and different sizes, because it is not just about one size fits all, because pimples do not come in a one size fits all. Now, someone said celebrating pimple positivity. I am all for celebrating pimple positivity, Lizzie on stage. And I think it's nice to see the younger generation especially lean into the fact that we are helping ourselves help ourselves, right? If though you have really bad acne, really bad cystic acne all over your face, definitely do not hesitate though to go see your local board certified dermatologist. Because yes, we should embrace the pimples and helping ourselves, but helping ourselves is the key part that we are embracing. Having pimples just for the sake of having pimples and celebrating that we have pimples can be a double-edged sword, because you don't want people to just feel the need for them to accept their pimples without ever trying to treat it, if that makes sense. So I'm all for celebrating pimple treatment positivity. I think it's dangerous to just push pimple positivity, because that can lead to long-term scarring that can have really big psychological impacts on people. So there's a difference between the pimple positivity and the pimple treatment positivity. But I'm all for pimple treatment positivity, and that's why we have these. So the other thing that I thought of this morning when I was like scrolling through Instagram, which I think is actually very interesting. I myself don't have that much acne, if ever, right? You guys have seen me. I get an occasional blemish. It's not like I'm struggling with acne. But when I was 21, and that's the last time, when I was 20 was the last time I actually had a facial. So almost 21 years ago was the last time I had a facial. One thing about me is in med school, I would spend hours studying like this, and I would get a lot of whiteheads over here. If you are somebody who's constantly doing this, even if you may be 78 years old, you might still be prone to whiteheads. And therefore, if you're someone who puts your hand on your face and you have a desk job, side note that I thought of completely on the whim this morning, not a bad idea to put a pimple patch in the areas where you always have your hand on your face to minimize you touching your face, to minimize that irritation, to minimize that buildup that may happen. It's a complete side note that I thought of literally this morning as I saw this video. And I thought to myself, I kind of wish the pimple treatment positivity was there 21 years ago, because in med school, I had so many whiteheads here because I would study like this for like 12 hours a day. All right. Can red acne marks fade with time with regular sunscreen if I am young for actives? So Yeshika Thakur is going against the Sephora Kids trend. I'm very impressed by that question. I'm actually curious how old you are. You can answer in the comment section how old you are, because I am curious. But who normally gets acne? It's usually in prepubescent teenagers. So 16 is not too young for actives to treat acne. Now, red acne marks can absolutely fade with regular sunscreen, but it will take much longer. And if you are trying to bring down that inflammation, you can absolutely incorporate azelaic acid, and you can absolutely incorporate Centella asiatica, and that's not going to be too harsh to put on your pimples. So my goal with these is to teach you guys that my biggest thing, if I had a North Star, it's to teach you guys that your skin tone, the color of your skin, the variation of the color in your skin is ultimately what's going to age you the fastest, right? Red marks, brown marks, etc. But it's not just getting older or the sun that can cause it. It's any sort of inflammatory process. Inflammation causes redness. Redness can become brown spots, and that's known as post-inflammation hyperpigmentation, and those brown spots can become scarring, and that can lead to a discoloration and uneven skin tone, and you can start looking ruddier, not fresh, etc. as you get older. And if you take a big step back, that's why makeup is so prominent. That's why foundation is a multi-billion-dollar industry, etc. So with pimples, with acne, you want to minimize that redness. You want to calm the redness down. You want to make sure that the redness doesn't linger. And so your question, Yashika, is very, very relevant, because you don't want that redness, especially if you're more melanated, to stay on your skin longer. You want to try to calm it in a way that's not going to irritate your skin. And so that's why using ingredients and actives like azelaic acid and centella, even under occlusion, is an okay idea. I would not tell you to use salicylic acid under occlusion. I would not tell you to use benzoyl peroxide under occlusion. Those are going to irritate the hell out of your skin. So you have to be careful with that, okay? Now, Andre is asking an interesting question. The unfortunate bearded people what do the unfortunate bearded people do when we get pimples? Pimple patches never stick to my face. I mean, you have hair. it's like me trying to put a pimple patch on my scalp. So yes, it's an unfortunate situation. So you're going to have to be more on top of your skincare routine with these actives. Unfortunately, you cannot stick a pimple patch over here. It's like me trying to put it on my eyebrow. It just will not work. So we're going to have to be a little bit more diligent with our skincare. Plus, you have to ask yourself how it is that you're shaving, how you're going through that, what kind of blade are you using, are we changing our blade, et cetera, et cetera. A bit thicker and neutral. I mean, just being awesome. You can be awesome with neutral pimple patches, or you can be awesome with flashy pimple patches. This is why pimple patches now come in not just all different colors, but now they come in different colors, shapes, and sizes. And the point of this is not a basic pimple patch. It is a pimple patch with benefits. It's like a roller with benefits. And so these pimple patches are going to help to reduce the look of redness, so you have less scarring and discoloration left behind. So I mentioned that they are limited edition. We're going to have them throughout the summer or until we are fully sold out. And for me, what's most important about these particular pimple patches is that I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear about your experience. I want to see how it worked for you. I want to see if it minimizes your look of redness. I want to see if your discoloration left behind is even better, is hardly noticeable because you've used these. So I'm very, very curious to hear about your experience and to hearing your feedback. Now, one way that I like to boost things is how do you combine it with other products, right? First of all, for these particular pimple patches, I say you use it when you wash your face on clean, dry skin. So if you're somebody who is too timid to wear them during the day, wash your face, stick the pimple patches on clean, dry skin, then do your skincare around it. If you're someone who's loud and proud and you want to be bold and flashy, use them during the day after washing your face with water, dry your skin, make sure it's dry, then apply the pimple patches, do your skincare routine, apply your sunscreen. The way I think you can really boost these patches, because the patches should be on for like 6 to 12 hours a day, you don't want them on 24 hours a day, is because you're targeting over here redness through azelaic acid and Centella asiatica, utilizing my baby, the hyper serum, in addition to it, is like, for me, the best of all worlds, because this is going to help to minimize the look of brown discoloration. There's also an ingredient in the hyper serum. Do I have my pen in here? I don't have my pen in here, but I have one here. So there's also an ingredient in the hyper serum that reduces the look of redness, and that is diglucosyl gallic acid. So if you're using these during the day, make sure to apply the hyper serum at night. And if you're using these at night, make sure to apply the hyper serum during the day, because it works really nicely together to get the red and the brown out of your face. Someone asked, my skin has cleared so much because of her recommendations that now I don't need her patches. Well, good. Honestly, I'm happy for you, and that warms my heart. I am happy that you have clear skin and that you don't need my patches. So don't put a sad face. You should put a happy face and an explosive heart face, okay? And I genuinely mean that. Beatrice said, the flash mask is also awesome for a spot treatment. I actually love the flash mask as a spot treatment too. The flash mask is an exfoliating mask that comes in a gel format. So you can apply it to hard to reach areas. So if you're already have, let's say, a brown spot, once the pimple is gone and you're trying to get rid of that brown discoloration, you can put a little bit of the flash mask on the spot every night to try to peel it off faster. But as long as there is inflammation and redness, you don't want to over exfoliate, because you don't want to cause too much redness, too much inflammation. So B just asked, the flash masks irritate my nose area. And that is actually a very relevant question to what I just said, because it's a strong exfoliating mask. Anything with a strong chemical peel should never be used around here, or like inside the orbital rim where your skin is thinner, because it can irritate your skin. So my point is, if you have really, really inflamed pimples, you don't want to cause any sort of inflammation to that and make things worse. So you need to exfoliate, but you got to time that exfoliation so that you're not inflaming your skin. And that is where these come in to minimize that redness. So you can gently help those pimples get extracted without causing any sort of trauma on your skin. But once you're done using these, like, because it's only 6 to 12 hours, you can then add this to minimize the brown discoloration. So I will show you guys the shapes again. Who's asking for the shapes again? Karita. How to deal. We could talk about how to deal with hyperpigmentation, but I have a lot of videos. I actually, AR2AA, I just posted on Instagram how I dealt with my discoloration. and hyperpigmentation. Lizzie on stage says, am I pausing for anyone else? Guys, am I pausing or am I clearly being seen? Can you guys let me know in the comment sections if we're clear? Just write clear. If I'm pausing, just write pause. Am I being seen? Can you guys see me? No pauses. You're good. It's fine. Okay, clear. All right. Sorry, Lizzie. Go fix your Wi-Fi. All right. So somebody said, can we see the shapes? Thank you. I appreciate you guys all answering. So these are the different, can you guys, I'm doing my best over here. I don't usually sit on my computer on the, what's it called? I usually have my phone. So these are the different shapes. As you can see, we have, how can I do this to kind of show you guys better? I'm going to use raise. Okay. Aha! Can you guys see it better now?
They're asking you to put them on.
Okay, I'm going to put them on, but hold on. I'm first showing the shapes, Tiff. Okay, can you guys see? Ellie says put them on. Okay, so these are the patches. These are the different shapes, as you guys can see over here. We have the classic round shapes. We have the heart shapes, which are my love letters to you guys. So don't feel bad about yourself if you're breaking out. We have the cross shapes. And then we have the oval ones for the harder to reach areas, okay? And so these are the different shapes so you guys can see. So really you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, 4.5, 4.5 sort of shapes for the pimple patches. Back acne, I need help. You could put this on back acne. She can't poo in these, what? Put these on. I mean, I have makeup on. So Claudia is clearly a nerd who has been taking notes because I said you should put it on clean, dry skin. So she's absolutely right that you should not put it on over makeup. So Claudia is correct and she wins for the comment section, but I'm still going to put them on just to demo them because they're cute. They're cute and they're fun. So why the F not? I do like the heart ones. I kind of feel like I'm part of like a gang. If you put it here, like the people who put the teardrops on their face, whatever that gang is called. But it's like, this is my love letter. But they're very, very, very sweet. They're easy to apply. They are thicker in nature. And the goal is you want it to be able to hold any sort of gunk that you're, suctioning out of your face. And they stick really nicely on the skin. As you guys can see, they're totally sticking on the skin. Lady Gaga, thank you. Do they stick well, Andre? They do stick well. Actually forgot I had it here. I had a pimple. So were you guys on? I did a YouTube live 2 weeks ago. Who here in the comments was on my YouTube live 2 weeks ago when I had a little red pimple right here? Were you guys on that YouTube live? Can anybody tell me if they're the murder count? Yes, I feel like I'm a murder count gang. Okay. So Lisa Johnson, Ellie was there, Shifrin, Lori. Wow. Okay. You guys were all there. So I actually had a pimple over here. And I had put, because it's like a harder to reach area, I had used this Band-Aid one, like literally over here. And you see how it like, I have a crazy filtrum, as you guys can tell, and you can see by the light reflection that it sticks on the filtrum and it's not coming off at all. Now, granted, I have makeup on underneath, it's not clean, dry skin. But that pimple that I had a few weeks ago, 2 minutes, I have patience. I'm launching pimple patches. Made the redness disappear so fast. And I actually forgot because the next day I went live and I forgot that I was wearing it the night before. People were like, what do you have on your mouth? What do you have on your mouth? My red dot wasn't red. And who was here on the second day when you guys saw that my pimple on my upper lip was not red? Who was here? How do you look so amazing while not feeling well? I don't know. I had major GI upset this morning and I thought I was going to vomit all morning. Donna was wondering, yes, so SK was there, Lynn was there, Lisa Johnson was there, Claudia was there, Cyprian was there, Beatrice, Lori, Ellie. You guys were all there that second day. So you guys saw it firsthand 12 hours before and after. And I came on the second day, not to show you my pimple. I just went on and live. And then I realized midway through the live that my pimple wasn't as evident on my upper lip. And you guys saw that reaction firsthand. So it definitely does stick. I slept with it overnight. And if you have any redness and you have any red marks, and if you are in your late 30s or 40s and you're perimenopausal and you're getting those weird acne breakouts that are not traditional acne, it's like the hard pimples that don't want to go away. It's a thing that I have been experiencing. It definitely helps to minimize the look of the redness in those hard little suckers. Corey knows what I'm talking about. She says, me. 1,000%. It is definitely a thing that starts to happen in your late 30s and 40s, where like the pimples you get are not the pimples of the 14-year-olds in the group. They become harder and they become more persistent and they're effing annoying. And so if you can minimize that redness and really start to calm it down, at least you start to feel better because you don't look like you have like a whopper in the middle of your nose or your upper lip. So Gucci number 3, who's 78, give it a try. Yashika, who is our 14-year-old in the group, when to remove the patches and what to do for afterwards. So Yashika, if you're wearing these during the day, when you take them off, wash your face and do your regular skincare routine. If you're wearing them at night, you wake you up in the morning, you wash your face with water, and you do your regular skincare routine. If you really want to up how your pimple marks resolve, you follow it with the hyper serum. The hyper serum is going to minimize the look of brown spots. If you're 14, do you need this all over your face? No, this should last you forever. You just need the tiniest amount, and this is an empty cartridge, but I don't have, oh, I do. There's a cartridge in here. If you're 14, I don't want you to use this all over your face, but if you have brown spots from pimples, the way you could use this is literally the tiniest amount and just apply it. Like if I take, I'm going to keep my Crypt Keeper one on, whatever it's called. Just literally apply it to the spot. My light died. Tiff! I don't know how to turn on the light. So you just apply it to the spot. And so that is how you apply and take care of your pimples. Can you move this or plug it in? I didn't realize it was at 0%. Thank you. London nerds need this. When is it going to be available to London? TBD. I know. It's my fault, London. It's my fault because I'm making this limited edition. I want to see how the community responds and I want to see how you guys like them and how they work for you. Early 40s here in pimples are different from teenage years. Absolutely. I'm telling you from experience, if you guys were on that live, you saw how it reduced the redness. And are they good to use on dermaplaning cuts? Well, you have other issues that we have to talk about, Claudia. Why are you cutting yourself while you're dermaplaning? So it's not going to, I mean, you can use a hydrocolloid Band-Aid to help with a cut to allow it to heal better. Sure. So you could potentially use it on a cut, but please stop dermaplaning and cutting yourself. Okay, quickly for you guys, will these be gentle enough for 9-year-old skin? So yes, it will be gentle enough for 90-year-old skin, not 99-year-old skin. It is azelaic acid and centella, and therefore, and panthenol. So it's soothing, it's calming, it is light, and it's easy. The goal of these is to minimize the redness so that the pimples don't linger and last longer. So quickly, we're going to talk about pricing and stuff. We are offering them now. You have one pack that has 24 pimple patches in them. Yes, it's pregnancy safe. I'm telling you this as a physician. The brand will never say something is pregnancy safe, but I'm telling you as Shireen, it's pregnancy safe. 24 count is $18. You can get 2 packs for $32. So you save on 2 packs. Those patients are waiting. I know. What if they're live? And then you can get 3 packs at $46. That thought just came in my mind. I didn't realize that they may be live if I need to go see my patients. So I need to go. She isn't answering me, Ashley. I'm trying to answer everything, but I have patients currently waiting and I'm going to get effed if they're on this live. So I need to go see my patients.
Tune in to Saturday's YouTube.
Tune in. Yeah. Thanks. So I tune in to this Saturday's YouTube. We're going to talk about other acne treatments in this Saturday's YouTube. Pimple patches are going to be part of that YouTube. Hydrocolloid patches are part of that YouTube. But we're talking about LED mask. We're talking about Accutane microdosing. We're talking about so many other things this Saturday when it comes to acne. I wouldn't necessarily reuse these pimple patches. I almost restuck them on the piece of paper. Should I go to a clinic with a heart on my face? I mean, they're going to think I joined the gang. They're going to think I joined a gang. I may go live later on again, but I hope you guys love them. Again, this is a community-driven initiative. It is currently temporary in our lineup. It is not going to be here forever unless you guys want them forever and indicate to me that you want them forever. So let me know. Please give me all your feedback. If you guys love them, let us know you love them. Head on over to Sephora. Write us a positive review if you love them. The more positive reviews I'll see for these, especially at Sephora, the more I will decide to keep them long term. And so the fate of the Patch It Pimple Patch is in the nerd's hand. Major fate is staying because I need it forever. But the fate of the pimple patches are totally in your control. So you guys are going to be the ones who are deciding if these stay or if these go. So noted, let me know. leave reviews, keep me posted because it is limited edition just for the summer. And unless you guys vote otherwise or show us otherwise. Okay. All right. Soft wash is safe for 8 years old. My daughter uses it. She's 7. All right, you guys. I will see you guys later. I got to go see patients. Tiffany logged me out so I don't F this up. And I will catch you guys on Saturday. Antihero, thank you if you want to purchase them. I'm so excited. Please, please, please keep me posted. Hopefully my stomach stays in check for the rest of the day. All right. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. End. Okay.